Welcome to Restless Shores, a program that explores the intrigue surrounding Roop Pharmaceuticals, a billion-dollar enterprise located in the coastal city of Gamote Point. In today's story, we meet a young man who's about to learn that the bill always comes due. But first, let's listen in as Rhonda Wepler, executive assistant to Roop Pharmaceuticals CEO Milton Roop, receives some unexpected news.
Rhonda, I'm reassigning you. You are now the executive assistant to the CFO.
What are you talking about, Milton?
In the office, it's Mr. Roop, if you please.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's just that, are you unsatisfied with my performance in some way?
I'd hardly entrust such an important assignment to someone whom with I was unsatisfied.
Okay.
You're getting this reassignment because of your performance. There will be no pay decrease.
I don't understand. I thought that
There's nothing to understand, Rhonda. You will be working for the new CFO.
I wasn't aware there was a new CFO.
And why would you be?
I don't know. I just thought we'd reached a level of intimacy, Milton.
Mr. Roop.
So who is this new CFO? Am I allowed to know that?
Sarcasm does not become you, Rhonda.
What's his name? I assume it's a he.
Correct. His name is Uriah Roop. He's arriving in the company jet today.
Your grandson?
That's right.
Your grandson, who just graduated college yesterday?
What's your point, Rhonda?
It's just that I thought that advancement at Roop Pharmaceuticals came from years of hard work. It turns out all you have to do is be related to the boss.
Watch your tone, Rhonda. We're not in my penthouse.
Sorry, Mr. Roop.
Besides, your premise is faulty. My own son is a complete waste. His nose perpetually buried in either a book or an archaeological dig. I blame his mother for that. Lorna has always coddled Holland's most frivolous pursuits. That's not going to happen with Uriah. I'm counting on you to make sure it doesn't.
What is it you expect of me?
I need you to show him the ropes. You know Roop Pharmaceuticals better than anybody.
I thought I did.
Most importantly, you must prevent Lorna from getting her hooks into him. She may have ruined Harlan, but Uriah is mine. Mine to mold into a man worthy of the Roop name.
Where's Mrs. Roop now?
She attended Uriah's graduation in New York and stayed behind to visit with Harlan and that tedious wife of his. If we act quickly, we can have Uriah entrenched before she gets back.
She doesn't know you're making Uriah this job offer?
It's not an offer. Offer implies choice. And of course she doesn't know. I never discuss my business with Lorna.
Wait, the company car and the corporate apartment you had me secure last week?
They're for Uriah, yes.
I see.
Disappointed?
Well, I did sort of think that you were getting them for me.
You were supposed to. You believed it, therefore everyone else believed it. I had to throw Lorna off the scent.
That's very clever, Mr. Roop.
Oh, don't be bitter, Rhonda. There will always be a place for you in my penthouse. In fact, I hope that you'll visit tonight after we've got Uriah squared away.
That would be nice.
It's okay to dream above your station, Rhonda. It's the only way to...
Mr. Roop, your grandson is here.
Is that my replacement?
Send him in, Nancy.
Grandfather?
Uriah, my boy. How was your flight?
The company jet was amazing. And the limo from the airport? What am I doing here?
Thank you, Rhonda. That's all for now.
Oh, okay. Right. Unbelievable. 10 years with the company. 3 years in the old man's bed. claw my way up to executive assistant to the CEO, and now I have to play nursemaid too. Where am I going?
So, my boy, the time has come to discuss your future.
Right. So, I thought I'd take a year before applying to grad school. You know, decompress after...
No. This is the part where I talk, you listen.
Grandfather?
I've made quite an investment in your education, Uriah.
Yes, I know, and I'm so grateful that you...
And you've made an investment, too. In time and hard work, earning that degree.
Yes, well,
Of course, it wasn't all hard work, was it? There were quite a few indiscretions that my lawyers had to clean up, weren't there?
Grandfather,
I've got the file right here. It's hefty. It's amazing you had time left over to study.
I graduated in the top quarter of my class.
Yes, and just think of what you could have achieved if you spent less time on monkey shines. You should have been valedictorian.
I'm sorry, Grandfather.
Never mind all that. That's not why I called you here today.
Why did you call me here today?
Because it's time for my investment to pay off. And yours too, of course.
How do you mean?
I mean a job, of course. Welcome to Roop Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, Grandfather, that's very generous, but...
I think you'll find the salary is quite competitive, not to mention the perks.
But I wasn't thinking of...
Company car, company condo...
Again, that's very generous, but really, I'm not ready to...
Don't misunderstand me, boy. This isn't me making an offer for you to accept or decline. This is me collecting on my investment.
I'm sorry?
I've invested in you, and now it's time for that investment to start paying dividends.
Grandfather, when I accepted your generous offer to fund my education, I wasn't aware...
You can't get something for nothing, my boy. If you've learned nothing else in the past 4 years, at least remember that.
But if I had known, I would have at least tailored my education to include chemistry.
I have all the chemists I need. What I need is someone who can take over the family business when the time comes. Your father was a disappointment to me. He rejected his path, and now he thinks digging in the dirt is a career befitting of a grown man. Well, he couldn't fund your education, could he?
He's a respected...
Respect! Bah! Respect guarantees you a nice obituary. Nothing more.
Grandfather, this is all too much. I'm not prepared to start a new job in Gamote Point. I have a life in New York, an apartment.
Yes, your apartment is being packed up as we speak. All of your things will be shipped to you. You should have them in the next 48 hours.
What?
Your new life begins today.
I don't know what to say.
Why say yes, my boy? That is, unless you'd like to write me a check for your entire education right now. And these lawyer fees, of course. What's it going to be, Uriah?
When do I start?
You already have.
Will Uriah thrive in his new job, or will he collapse under the pressure? Will Milton's iron grip over his grandson ever loosen? Will Rhonda get over her resentment? Tune in next time to Restless Shores. If you enjoyed today's program, please take a moment to leave a review. This episode of Restless Shores was written by Marcia Hinton and Greg Tulinen. Directed by Tom Hinton. Milton Roop was played by Zach Hokamp. Rhonda Wepler was played by Denise Shannon. Nancy was played by Katrina Loof. Uriah Roop was played by Nathan Austin. I'm Stan Allen. Restless Shores is a production of New Meadows Media and is intended for the non-commercial use of listeners. All rights reserved. Until next time, stay restless.